What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News. And, there's controversy in a lot of things. There's conspiracy theories, and I don't know if you guys heard about this one, but it has been brought to my attention by more than one person and in more than one group. I've been watching boxing a long time. And it was a fight that happened between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Shane Mosley. And I keep hearing that this fight and this possible scenario, okay, this theory, right, that Shane Mosley threw the fight, you know, and I'm getting different reasons for that. The first time I heard of this particular theory was a while ago, okay, and the theory was that Shane was bought. Shane was meant to be carried 12 rounds. And the first round just showed you what the true potential Shane Mosley could actually do. Who he really was, because you could clearly show he hit Floyd and hurt Floyd. And he did it all in the first round. And he did that and almost nearly dropped him. He had him on Queer Street. He hit him with a straight right. He faked to the body, did a veteran move, straight right upstairs. Floyd never saw it. And of course, a fast fighter like Shane, was able to execute with that speed. And then at the end of that round, he hit Floyd Mayweather with an overhand, and Floyd's knees buckled. He damn near went down, but he did not. Okay. So, and then after that, he was never able to do that again. Now, the response to someone that is a bona fide Floyd Mayweather fan, or someone that, was optimistic about it not being a fixed fight would say, well, Floyd was able to adapt and adjust to, Shane's right hand, right? So therefore, he was never able to really connect with that because Floyd is able to do the adjustments. He's just that good. He's just that technical. You know what I mean? That's another theory, Or, like Shane explained himself, that since he hit it with the right hand, since he caught him with the right hand in the first round a couple times, it really wasn't a benefit to him. It really hurt him, if anything, because now he was looking for that right, and that right never came. And then of course Floyd adjusted to it. But that was a while ago. The reason I'm bringing this up now, like, what does that mean now? Why are we talking about this now? Because it's been brought, it recycled up, as a discussion, of Floyd, since Floyd has retired now for the third damn time, hopefully the last time. Okay. Now you can sit back and look at what he done and look at his work, his body of work with the fighters that he's fought, and how these fights took place. And this particular fight was a moment to remember. No, it wasn't a knockdown, but he was clearly hurt, and Floyd is never really hurt in fights. How many times you seen Floyd hurt in fights? So it is something worth talking about. You know what I'm saying? It's something worth discussing. And you look at it like the discussion that recently came up about this same topic was, if Shane Mosley is a brilliant finisher. The fight he fought before that was Antonio Margarito. He beat the spirit out of Antonio Margarito. And he almost did it because he was mad at him. But rightfully so, because the dude was cheating. He had plaster in his gloves like he had in the Cotto fight. Everybody knew that. But, so he just wanted to teach him a lesson for cheating. But, you look at it, you look at this and you're like, well, he finished Antonio Margarito. He finished him brilliantly. He stopped Margarito, and that's the first time anyone ever dropped Margarito, let alone stopped Margarito. And then your next fight comes a year and a half later against Floyd Mayweather Jr., and you hurt this guy in the very first round. The question is, why didn't you jump on him? That was the question. You're a brilliant finisher. Why didn't you jump on Floyd? You hurt Floyd. You have a granite chin. One thing about Sugar Shane Mosley, he's a tough guy. You know what I mean? It takes someone with some real punching power and some big physicality to stop him, like Vernon Forrest did. Okay. So, you have this guy hurt first round, and you couldn't finish him with all that lightning fast combination speed. Sugar Shane had a term he called power boxing in the early 2000s, when he was training up there in Big Bear, and it was a certain technique where he would punch a lot harder while still boxing, and the high altitude would allow him to do another 3 or 4 rounds even after sparring for 12. So, the training is there. You never seen Shane out of shape. So it's kind of hard to believe, though, if you look at it. I can see it plausible that it's hard to believe that someone could hurt you in the first round and couldn't do that any other round. You know what I'm saying? Like that does spark an eyebrow. That makes your eyebrows raise. That really just, okay, you did this in the first round, and Floyd's that good for you never to throw that punch again. Because if you look at that fight from the first round on, he didn't do anything like that. And it was like he didn't try. He did a lot of talking in there. He threw a lot of pity-pat punches. He didn't put punches together at all. You know what I mean? And if you compare his fight to Floyd with all the other fights, probably the Pacquiao fight, because, that was kind of a weird fight too, because Shane did not fight. But understand, Shane was, diminishing as a fighter. After the Margarito fight, he took that year and a half off. That's time he should have been fighting. Then the Pacquiao fight, then the Canelo fight. And even in the Canelo fight, he threw a lot of punches. He just didn't let Canelo beat him down. You know what I mean? But Canelo did beat him. You know what I mean? But he was a much older fighter at that time. That was 2 years after the Mayweather fight, because that was in 2010. Okay? So, middle of 2010. So, it's just hard. It's just not really believable that someone would do that. Or, so your thing would be, Floyd is that good, or was the fight really fixed for, Sugar Shane to hit Floyd like, oh, man, I'm sorry I hit you like that. I didn't supposed to do that, but I wanted to show you I had power. You know what I mean? So, it's debatable. It's really debatable, man, because you look at it. You hurt someone in the first round, and then you're not able to do that ever again. You know what I mean? This is like, that's just, I don't know. It is hard to believe. If the fight wasn't a fixed fight, you could see him hurting him in the first, maybe catching him again in the fourth or fifth, or at the very end of the fight. You know what I mean? That's how stuff happens, because fighters become a little bit relaxed after they think they're back in the groove, and they've got some rounds in the bag after being hurt. You know what I mean? In whatever round they were hurt in. So, it's just, it is a debate, So this is what it's about. It's about debates, conversations, discussions, and, if you look at it, you look at Shane, he really didn't do anything, and it looked like he didn't make an effort to do anything after he hurt Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, this is the question I'm asking everyone, and I want you guys to tell me what you think about this particular theory. Was that fight fixed? Was the fix in? Was Sugar Shane Mosley paid $8 million to take a dive, or just to carry the fight? Tell me what you think, guys. Theories in session. All discussions welcome. All comments welcome. You guys been counterpunched. Peace.